To begin, we first need to make some score lines, and in her video, in the club scrap video, she has a scoring board and a scoring tool. I do not have those things, so I am going to attempt to do this without that. So if you have a scoring board, then you will want to place your file folder in the scoring board with the folded edge on this side, and you will score at 5 1/4. I think I'm going to mark where 5 1/4 is, and then I will use my ruler, and I think I'm just going to fold back on it, and we will see how that works. So I'm going to give that a try. So it didn't turn out perfect, but I think it did the trick, did the job. And so if you're like me and you don't have a score, you can maybe try that method. Our next score line, we are going to take our folder and make sure the fold is at the top and the tab is down here in the bottom right hand corner. And we are going to make a score line at 7 1/4 inches. So I'm going to do it similar to last time where I mark it and then I'll fold it just like I did last time. Really pleased with how that turned out. That worked out pretty good. Next, we are going to cut down these lines so that way we can fold them up to become our pockets. And so I can't remember what she called it, but it's like a very small triangle shape that we're going to do on this one. And then this one, we are going to cut a straight line and then cut an even smaller triangle shape on both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and give those a try now. In her videos, she suggested using some longer scissors, and now I can see why she suggested that. My lines are not straight and beautiful by any means, but maybe I can add some washi to smooth that out. Next, we want to make our pockets that will come here in the middle, and she made hers at 1 inch pockets. So I'm going to take my ruler and hold it at 1 inch. And then we are going, I'm trying to remember what corner she started from. I think this corner. And then cut up to this 1 inch line. So that way there's like an inch part. So I guess you could, do whatever depth you want if you wanted it 2 inches. But I'm going to stick with what she did in her video because I really liked it. So I'm going to measure from up to the 1 inch line. So since I just have my ruler, I'm going to make a mark for the 1 inches, and then using the ruler, I'll draw the line, and then I'll do the same on this side. Next, I want to secure these flaps down before I turn them up and make them the pocket. So I'm gonna use something to like really score it so it's nice and a bit flatter. And then I'm going to use double-sided tape to tape it down. Next, I'm going to use washi tape to tape down my I'm gonna tape down the pocket, but just on this one side. I guess I could, you know what I think I might do first? I think I'm going to go ahead and put one strip of double-sided tape on this side, and then I'll washi it. So that should help reinforce it and keep it in there a little better. See how these are working. Yeah, I probably could have cut a little more of a angled edge in here, but I think it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put double-sided tape here, and then I'll line it with the washi. So there we have our pockets for the middle, and now we're going to make the fold over pocket. So I'm just gonna fold in my flap. I'm gonna crease that a little bit, and then I'm going to take this pocket and fold it up. And I'm going to tape this one down so that this is the opening flap side. So the washi will go on this outside. So I'll use my double-sided tape again to put that edge down, and then use the washi to help straighten out that edge and just kind of reinforce it. The washi will go onto the outside, and that's just, I don't know if I like that so much, but that's just how it's going to be. So I will go ahead and do that for both sides now. And here is how the folio turned out. It's got these cute pockets right when you open it up, and then you can open it to more pockets. And so now I'm going to go ahead and fill the folio with some other things, and I will show you guys that process. I forgot to show you at the very beginning of this video, but I had bought these file folders at the thrift store, and originally they were in like the dollar section at Target. I know that because that price tag was still on it when I bought it, and I think it was for $3 for these file folders, and at the thrift store I paid 99 cents for them. And so it had this really cute design, this design, this design, and this design. And so yeah, if you're at the thrift store and you see some cute file folders, pick those up. There's lots of projects you can do with them, like making the folio. Or here's another example. My daughter needs some physical therapy, and we need to do some of the exercises at home. So I made this to kind of encourage her. I don't know if you remember me buying these from the Dollar Tree, but they had these, I guess we'll call them goal tracking pads and stickers. And so what I ended up doing was writing down the therapy stretch that we need to do, and then just kind of taped them with washi in here, and so she can see them. And then the reward for once she has all her stickers on all her exercises, which hopefully we do within the month, then she'll receive whatever reward it is we decide to do together as a family. So this is another example of how you could use a pre-loved file folder if you guys were interested in that. And it doesn't have to be physical therapy. Really, this would work good for any goal you're setting and working towards. And if you have steps to work towards that goal, you could keep track of them there. So you could use this for your kiddo. It's just an easy thing to carry around. This corner pocket was a sticker pocket I got from a Happy Planner haul, and I just thought this would be perfect for keeping the stickers in here, but you could create a pocket with just some paper and tape. But yeah, I just thought this was another example of how you could use a file folder. I have decided that I want some paper in this center part right here. And so I'm going to put together, I think you call them a signature, which is just like a group of pages. I'm just going to use plain white for mine, and I decided to cut 8 pieces so that I end up having essentially 32 front back pages for my signature. So I'm taking a piece of computer paper and I'm cutting it down to 9 1/4 inches and 6 1/2 inches so that it fits in there. Now that I have them cut, I'm going to crease them down the middle, like so. And just use the edge of my ruler to make it a nice strong crease. I've seen a couple different ways that people attach their inserts into their folios, and I think what I'm going to do is sew mine in. I mean, I could staple them together and then I could use like a string, so it's kind of like a traveler's notebook, but I think I want this one to stay in here. So I'm going to figure out how to sew it in so that it's a permanent thing in here. And then when I open it, I got pockets on both sides, and it doesn't seem to be too thick with the paper in there. So I'm gonna sew my signature into my folio. I am starting by making holes in my signature. So as you can see, I've already made 2, and I'm gonna make my 3rd one. I could be precise about this and measure it out, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. And I just kind of stick it in there pretty good, wiggle it around, and then I come to the other side once it pokes through and make the hole larger that way. There it poked through. I'm just gonna go back the other way. And I've got some holes. Next, I'm gonna poke holes into the folio where I want this to be sewn into. So I got my holes here, I'm just gonna line it up and poke through like that. I think I'm going to use this embroidery floss to sew it on. And so just like in my other videos, I'm going to cut a piece off. And then I'm going to separate the strings. I think I'm going to use 2 strings to sew it on. So I will do that now. Now I'm going to put a knot in the end of my string so that it catches. And then I don't really know exactly what pattern I'm going to take as I sew it on. I'm just going to freestyle it. So by no means is what I do like a proven method or the right way to do it or whatever, but it's a way to do it. So here we go. I am actually quite pleased how that turned out. It's a lot easier than I thought it was. But yeah, those are in there now. How fun. Very cool. So I think I'm going to add some washi to the spine so that way it just kind of keeps the string there and it's not so noticeable. I don't mind seeing the string inside. I think that looks quite nice. So I'll add washi to this spine on the outside. Okay, so I feel like I like this better. I'm not quite sure that this washi tape is what I really like with this pattern, but it works. And I went ahead and put an extra strip of washi on both sides because I couldn't get it on evenly, and even then this still isn't even and it's bothering me, but I think it looks cute. And so there we go. I am going to leave this folio blank because I'm going to put it in my Etsy shop and I want it to be available for whatever somebody wants to use it as. I purposely picked 8 pages to make 32 if you're going front and back, so that this could be used maybe for a month-long junk journal, for prayer or Bible study, or Lister's Got a List, or maybe just a book reading log as you're reading and you want to do some prompts for your book. You have pockets that you can put things in, stickers, things to remember. Maybe this could be used as a journal for traveling and you could put postcards and different things in there. But this will be listed in the Etsy shop, available for purchase for anyone who's interested. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked watching me make this file folder folio. I will link Club Scrap's video in the description below so you can see where I learned how to make the folio from. And in the comments below, let me know how you would use a file folder folio. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a video.